The Galactic Council's emergency session had lasted 17 rotations. Ambassador Zethkar's crystalline form flickered with anxiety as he reviewed the xenobiology reports for the 100th time. The numbers were impossible, yet undeniable. The humans have been on Kepler 442c for exactly one standard cycle, announced Director Velnara, her tentacles writhing in distress. Initial projections suggested complete extinction within 47 rotations. Kepler 442c was classified as a Class 0 Deathworld, the most hostile rating in their system. Surface temperatures ranged from -60 to +70 degrees Celsius. The atmosphere was a toxic cocktail of nitrogen, oxygen, and trace gases that would corrode most species' respiratory systems. Gravity was 30% higher than Earth standard. Radioactive storms swept across continents weekly. The indigenous predators included armored creatures the size of atmospheric shuttles, venomous plants that could dissolve titanium, and microscopic parasites that consumed organic matter from the inside out. The humans had volunteered. "Show me the latest surveillance data," Zethkar commanded. The holographic display materialized, revealing the nightmarish landscape of Kepler 442c. But something was wrong. Where the Council expected to find scattered human remains, they instead observed thriving settlements. Geometric structures dotted the hostile terrain, connected by networks of covered pathways. Steam rose from what appeared to be agricultural zones. "Are those farms?" whispered junior analyst Mordim, his species equivalent of a gasp. "Impossible," Velnara muttered. "Nothing grows on Class 0 worlds." The surveillance feed zoomed in on a group of humans working outside their protective barriers. They wore minimal environmental suits, little more than breathing apparatus and basic radiation shielding. One human, a tall figure with sun-darkened skin, was apparently wrestling with a Keplerian razor beast, a predator known to slice through combat armor. The human seemed to be placing a collar around its neck. "By the ancient stars," Zethkar breathed. "They're domesticating the wildlife." The feed switched to an underground facility where humans had established what could only be described as a manufacturing center. They were processing the planet's toxic minerals, somehow converting the lethal compounds into useful materials. The radiation that should have killed them in days was being harnessed to power their equipment. "Sir," Mordim's voice trembled. "The atmospheric readings show they're actually improving the air quality in their settlement zones. The oxygen levels are increasing." Zethkar's crystalline structure darkened, a sign of deep contemplation among his species. The humans hadn't just survived the Deathworld. They were terraforming it, without permission, without proper equipment, without any regard for established xenobiological protocols. "Get me Commander Harrison on the emergency channel," he ordered. The communication array crackled to life, and the weathered face of the human colony leader appeared on screen. Behind him, Zethkar could see other humans engaged in impossible activities. Children playing in areas that should have been lethal, scientists studying samples that should have dissolved their containment units, and engineers building structures that defied conventional safety standards. "Commander Harrison," Zethkar began carefully, "the Council requires an explanation. Our projections indicated complete mission failure. Yet you appear to be flourishing." Harrison's grin was distinctly human, an expression the Council had learned to find both fascinating and deeply unsettling. "Well, Ambassador, I'll tell you what we told the recruitment board back on Earth. You gave us a world with interesting weather, challenging wildlife, and plenty of room to grow. Reminded us of home, really? Home?" Velnara interjected. "But Earth is classified as a Class 7 garden world." "Ma'am," Harrison chuckled. "Whoever did that classification never spent a winter in Alaska, a summer in Death Valley, or a hurricane season in Florida. This place is actually pretty mild compared to some spots back home." The communication ended, leaving the Council chamber in stunned silence. Zethkar made a mental note to immediately reclassify Earth's danger rating. If the humans considered Kepler 442c mild, then their homeworld was clearly far more dangerous than anyone had imagined. Perhaps, he mused, they should reconsider which species they sent to the safe worlds in the future.